So sitting comfortably, just beginning with a nice big deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So eyes open, a soft focus. As you breathe out, you can allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. But just keep the eyes open for a moment. Just focusing in on one particular object within your field of vision. Not staring at it too intently, still aware of the space around you. But just gently focusing on that one object. And then just slowly zooming back out again as you blink a few times with the eyes.
And as we begin our collective worship, we light our candle. What did Jesus say? Wait, what? He said what? Well, what does that mean?
In God's true book, the Bible, Jesus uses pictures to tell us 7 great things about himself. They all start with the words, I am. Here is the second picture. Jesus says, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. But what does Jesus mean? Now, what is the weather like outside for you? Have a look. Is the sun shining? Is it raining? Is it cloudy? We use light all the time. Having good light from the sun means people can live on the earth. Light means we can live. But what do we do when it gets dark? We sleep. You are still alive, but you aren't doing all the fun stuff like playing, eating, or running when you're asleep. Darkness is for sleep. Light is for life. Jesus says he is the light. He is using a picture to say that following him is the best way to live. When we follow Jesus, we can live the best life. Jesus lives forever, and God's true book tells us that when we believe Jesus and follow him, we will live forever too. Where? Don't worry about that. God has got it sorted. Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. What could we do to remember this? I think hide and seek is too easy. Let's do blindfolded hide and seek. You'll need 3 people, 1 to be blindfolded, 1 to go and hide, and 1 who has to help the blindfolded person find the person who is hidden. Take it in turns to be the blindfolded person and think about this. If Jesus is the light of the world, the best thing we can do is follow him, just like you have to follow the person giving you directions.
Yeah, that's what's meant by I am the light of the world.
Find something you love to do. Do it every day. Be obsessed. Balance can come later. Use your imagination. Put pen to paper. Declare your intentions. Set small goals. Knock them off, set more goals.
You have a lot of potential as a child, but none of that is capable of manifesting itself as freedom before you become disciplined.
Build confidence. Grow a deep belief. Outwork people. Play the long game. You don't have to be the chosen one. The secret is to build the resolve and spirit to enjoy the plateaus. The times when it doesn't feel like you're improving and you question why you're doing this. If you're patient, the plateaus will become springboards. Finally, never stop striving, reaching for your goals until you get there. But the truth is, even when you get there, even when you get here, standing on this stage, it's the striving, fighting, pushing yourself to the limit every day that you'll miss and you'll long for.
If you want to be a grocer or a general or a politician or a judge, you will invariably become it. That is your punishment. If you never know what you want to be, if you live what some might call the dynamic life, but I will call the artistic life, if each day you are unsure of who you are and what you know, you will never become anything, and that is your reward.
When you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is, and your life is just to live your life inside the world, try not to bash into the walls too much, try to have a nice family life, have fun, save a little money. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you.
How many of us, I wonder, can recall that childhood moment when we experienced happiness as a state of being, that single moment of untarnished joy, that moment when everything in our world, inside and out, was all right. Everything was all right.
A great motivational video, and one worth watching again, especially listening to the words. And you can do, because that video is on our website. Even the very best in their field have experienced failure in their lives. Let's play a game. Let's see how many people you can guess from these descriptions of their failures.
He wasn't able to speak until he was almost 4 years old, and his teachers said he would never amount to much. Was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for television. Fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. At age 11, he was cut from his team after being diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, which made him smaller in stature than most kids his age. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything, and that he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. If you've never failed, you've never tried anything new.
Time for a prayer to be shared. If you'd like this prayer to be your prayer, it's Amen at the end. You're welcome to look at the candle flame, or you can put your hands and your eyes together. Lord, help us see failure as a lesson. Help us to accept failure as a step towards success. Amen. Well, that concludes our collective worship for today. Remember, work hard, be kind, look after yourselves. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. I'll see you around school. And this week, children, I want you to be able to tell me, and I want your adults to be able to tell me, that you've been able to persevere with something you found tricky. I want to hear that you've worked hard at something,